The Book of Yahusha, also called the Book of Joshua, Chapter 1. Now after the death of Mosheh the servant Yahweh, it came to pass that Yahweh spoke unto Yahusha the son of Nun, Mosheh's minister, saying, Mosheh my servant is dead now, therefore arise. Go over this Jordan, you and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Yashar. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Mosheh. From the wilderness and this Lebanon even unto the great river, the river Perath, all the land of the Chittim, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Mosheh, so will I be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shall you divide for an inheritance the land which I swore 7 oaths unto their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous, that you may guard to do according to all the Torah, which Mosheh my servant commanded you. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper whithersoever you go. This Cepher of the Torah shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate therein day and night, that you may guard to do according to all that is written therein. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have good success. Have not I commanded you? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be dismayed, for Yahweh Eloheka is with you whithersoever you go. Then Yahusha commanded the officers of the people, saying, Pass through the host and command the people, saying, Prepare you victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over this Yarden, to go in to possess the land, which Yahweh Elohim gives you to possess it. And to the Reuvenim, and to the Gadim, and to half the tribe of Manasseh, spoke Yahusha, saying, Remember the word which Mosheh the servant of Yahweh commanded you, saying, Yahweh Elohim has given you rest, and has given you this land. Your women, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Mosheh gave you on this side of the Yarden. But ye shall pass before your brethren armed, all the mighty men of valor, and help them, until Yahweh have given your brethren rest as he has given you, and they also have possessed the land which Yahweh Elohim gives them. Then ye shall return unto the land of your possession, and enjoy it, which Mosheh Yahweh's servant gave you on this side of the Yarden toward the sunrising. And they answered Yahusha, saying, All that you command us we will do, and whithersoever you send us we will go. According as we hearkened unto Mosheh in all things, so will we hearken unto you. Only Yahweh Eloheka be with you, as he was with Mosheh. Whosoever he be that rebels against your commandment, and will not hearken unto your words in all that you command him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong, and of a good courage. Chapter 2. And Yahusha the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Yericho. And they went and came into a harlot's house named Rachav, and lodged there. And it was told the king of Yericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Yashar to search out the country. And the king of Yericho sent unto Rachav, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to you, which are entered into your house, for they have come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I knew not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of the shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went I know not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way, to the Yarden unto the fords. And as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. And she said unto the men, I know that Yahweh has given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Mitzrayim, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorim, that were on the other side of the Yarden, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahweh Elohim, he is Elohim in heaven above, and in earth beneath. Now therefore, pray you, swear 7 oaths unto me by Yahuwah, since I have showed you kindness, that ye will also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true sign, and that ye will. Save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters, and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death. And the men answered her, Our life for yours, if ye utter not this our business. And it shall be, when Yahweh has given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with you. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. And she said unto them, Get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you. And hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way. And the men said unto her, We will be blameless of this your 7 oaths, which you have made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, you shall bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which you did let us down by, and you shall bring your father and your mother and your brethren and all your father's household home unto you. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of your house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless, and whosoever shall be with you in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him. And if you utter this your business, then we will be free of your 7 oaths which you have made us to swear. And she said, According unto your words, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. And they went and came unto the mountains, and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned, and the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. So the 2 men returned, and descended from the mountain, and passed over, and came to Yahusha the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them. And they said unto Yahusha, Truly Yahweh has delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us. Chapter 3. And Yahusha rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim, and came to the Yarden, he and all the children of Yashar, and lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass after 3 days, that the officers went through the host, and they commanded the people, saying, When ye see the ark of the covenant of Yahweh Elohim, and the priests the Leviim bearing it, then ye shall remove from your place, and go after it. Yet, there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go, for ye have not passed this way heretofore. And Yahusha said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow Yahweh will do wonders among you. And Yahusha spoke unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant, and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. And Yahweh said unto Yahusha, This day will I begin to magnify you, in the sight of all Yashar, that they may know that as I was with Mosheh, so I will be with you. And you shall command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, When ye are come to the brink of the water of the Yarden, ye shall stand still in the Yarden. And Yahusha said unto children of Yashar, Come hither and hear the words of Yahweh Elohim. And Yahusha said, Hereby ye shall know that the living Elohim is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanim, and the Chittim, and the Chivim, and the Perizim, and the Girgashim, and the Amorim, and the Yavusim. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Adonai of all the earth passes over before you into the Yarden. Now therefore take you 12 men out of the tribes of Yashar, out of every tribe a man. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of Yahweh, the Adonai of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of the Yarden, that the waters of the Yarden shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand upon a heap. And it came to pass, when the people removed from their tents to pass over the Yarden, and the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they that bore the ark were come unto the Yarden, and the feet of the priests that bore the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for the Yarden overflows all his banks all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon a heap very far from the city Adam, that is beside Zarethan. And those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed, and were cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho. And the priests that bore the ark of the covenant of Yahweh stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Yarden, and all Yashar passed over on dry ground, until all the people were passed clean over the Yarden. Chapter 4. And it came to pass, when all people were clean passed over the Yarden, that Yahweh spoke unto Yahusha, saying, Take you 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe a man, and command ye them, saying, Take you hence out of the midst of the Yarden, out of the place where the priests' feet stood firm, 12 stones, and ye shall carry them over with you, and leave them in the lodging place, where ye shall lodge this night. Then Yahusha called the 12 men, whom he had prepared of the children of Yashar, of every tribe a man. And Yahusha said unto them, Pass over before the ark of Yahuwah Elohim into the midst of the Yarden, and take ye up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Yashar, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of the Yarden were cut off before the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, when it passed over the Yarden, and the waters of the Yarden were cut off, and these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Yashar forever. And the children of Yashar did so as Yahusha commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Yarden, as Yahweh spoke unto Yahusha, according to the number or the tribes of the children of Yashar, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Yahusha set up 12 stones in the midst of the Yarden, in the place where the feet of the priests which bore the ark of the covenant stood, and they are there unto this day. For the priests which bore the ark stood in the midst of the Yarden, until everything was finished, that Yahweh commanded Yahusha to speak unto the people, according to all that Mosheh commanded Yahusha. And the people hasted and passed over. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over, that the ark of Yahweh passed over, and the priests in the presence of the people, and the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh, passed over armed before the children of Yashar, as Mosheh spoke unto them. About 40,000 prepared for war passed over before Yahweh unto battle, to the plains of Yahricho. On that day Yahuwah magnified Yahusha in the sight of all Yashar, and they feared him, as they feared Mosheh, all the days of his life. And Yahuwah spoke unto Yahusha, saying, Command the priests that bear the ark of the testimony, that they come up out of the Yarden. Yahusha therefore commanded the priests, saying, Come ye up out of the Yarden. And it came to pass, when the priests that bore the ark of covenant of Yahweh were come up out of the midst of the Yarden, and the soles of the priests' feet lifted up unto the dry land, that the waters of the Yarden returned unto their place, and flowed over all his banks as they did before. And the people came up out of the Yarden on the 10th day of the 1st month, and encamped in Gilgal, in the east border of Yahricho. And those 12 stones which they took out of the Yarden did Yahusha pitch in Gilgal. And he spoke unto the children of Yashar, saying, When your children shall ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean these stones? Then ye shall let your children know, saying, Yashar came over this Yarden on dry land. For Yahweh Elohim dried up the waters of the Yarden from before you, until ye were passed over, as Yahweh Elohim did to the Red Sea, which he dried up from before us until we were gone over, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of Yahweh, that it is mighty, that ye might fear Yahweh Elohim forever. Chapter 5. And it came to pass, when all the kings of the Amorim, which were on the side of the Yarden westward, and all the kings of the Canaanim, which were by the sea, heard that Yahweh had dried up the waters of the Yarden from before the children of Yashar, until we were passed over, that their heart melted, neither was there ruach, breath in them any more, because of the children of Yashar. At that time Yahweh said unto Yahusha, Make you sharp knives, and circumcise again the children of Yashar the second time. And Yahusha made him sharp knives, and circumcised the children of Yashar at the hill of the foreskins. And this is the cause why Yahusha did circumcise. All the people that came out of Mitzrayim, that were males, even all the men of war, died in wilderness by the way, after they came out of Mitzrayim. Now all the people that came out were circumcised, but all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way as they came forth out of Mitzrayim, them they had not circumcised. For the children of Yashar walked 40 years in the wilderness, till all the people that were men of war which came out of Mitzrayim were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of Yahweh, unto whom Yahweh swore 7 oaths, that he would not show them the land, which Yahweh swore unto their fathers that he would give us, a land that flows with milk and honey. And their children, whom he raised up in their stead, Yahusha circumcised them. For they were uncircumcised because they had not circumcised them by the way. And came to pass, when they had done circumcising all the people, that they abode in their places in the camp, till they were whole. And Yahuwah said unto Yahusha, This day have I rolled away the reproach of Mitzrayim from off you. Wherefore the name of the place is called Gilgal unto this day. And the children of Yashar encamped in Gilgal, and kept the Pesach, Passover, on the 14th day of the month at evening, in the plains of Yericho. And they did eat of the old grain of the land on the morrow after the Pesach, matzah, unleavened cakes, and parched grain in the selfsame day. And the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old grain of the land. Neither had the children of Yashar manna any more, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. And it came to pass, when Yahusha was by Yericho, he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Yahusha went unto him and said unto him, Are you for us, or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as captain of the host of Yahuwah am I now come. And Yahusha fell on his face to the earth, and did worship, and said unto him, What says Adonai unto his servant? And the captain of Yahuwah's host said unto Yahusha, Loose your shoe from off your foot, for the place whereon you stand is holy. And Yahusha did so. Chapter 6. Now Yericho was straitly shut up because of the children of Yashar. None went out, and none came in. And Yahuwah said unto Yahusha, See, I have given into your hand Yericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor, and ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shall you do 6 days, and 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 shofars of ram's horns, and the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow with the shofars. And it shall come to pass, that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the shofar, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up every man straight before him. And Yahusha the son of Nun called the priests, and said unto them, Take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 shofars of ram's horns before the ark of Yahuwah. And he said unto the people, Pass on and compass the city, and let him that is armed pass on before the ark of Yahuwah. And it came to pass, when Yahusha had spoken unto the people, that the 7 priests bearing the 7 shofars of ram's horns passed on before Yahuwah, and blew with the shofars. And the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah followed them. And the armed men went before the priests that blew with the shofars, and the rearward came after the ark, the priests going on, and blowing with the shofars. And Yahusha had commanded the people, saying, Ye shall not shout, nor make noise with your voice, neither shall any word proceed out of your mouth, until the day I bid you shout, then shall ye shout. So the ark of Yahuwah compassed the city, going about it once, and they came into the camp, and lodged in the camp. And Yahusha rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of Yahuwah, and 7 priests bearing 7 shofars of ram's horns before the ark of Yahuwah went on continually, and blew with the shofars, and the armed men went before them. But the rearward came after the ark of Yahuwah, the priests going on, and blowing with the shofars. And the 2nd day they compassed the city once, and returned into the camp. So they did 6 days. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day, and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the shofars, Yahusha said unto the people, Shout, for Yahuwah has given you the city, and the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein to Yahuwah. Only Rachav the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. And yea, in any wise guard yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed, when ye take of the accursed thing, and make the camp of Yashar a curse, and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto Yahuwah. They shall come into the treasury of Yahuwah. So the people shouted when the priests blew with the shofars. And it came to pass, when the people heard sound of the shofar, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. But Yahusha had said unto the 2 men that had spied out the country, Go into the harlot's house, and bring out all that she has, as ye swore 7 oaths unto her. And the young men that were spies went in, and brought out Rachav, and her father, and her mother, and her brethren, and all that she had, and they brought out all her kindred, and left them without the camp of Yashar. And they burnt the city with fire, and all that was therein. Only the silver and the gold, and the vessels of brass and of iron, they put into the treasury of the house of Yahweh. And Yahusha saved Rachav the harlot alive, and her father's household, and all that she had. And she dwells in Yashar even unto this day, because she hid the messengers, which Yahusha sent to spy out Jericho. And Yahusha swore 7 oaths at that time, saying, Cursed be the man before Yahweh, that rises up and builds this city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof in his firstborn, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gates of it. So Yahweh was with Yahusha, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. Chapter 7. But the children of Yashar committed a transgression in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zavdi, the son of Zerach, of the tribe of Yehudah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against the children of Yashar. And Yahusha sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beit Aven, on the east side of Beit El, and spoke unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Yahusha, and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shevarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Yahusha rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of Yahweh until the evening, he and the elders of Yashar, and put dust upon their heads. And Yahusha said, Alas, O Adonai Yahweh, wherefore have you at all brought this people over the Yarden, to deliver us into the hand of the Emorim, to destroy us? Would to Elohim we had been content and dwelt on the other side of the Yarden. O Adonai, what shall I say, when Yashar turns their backs before their enemies? For the Kenaanim and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what will you do unto your great name? And Yahweh said unto Yahusha, Get you up. Wherefore lie you thus upon your face? Yashar has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and disassembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. Therefore the children of Yashar could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed among you. Up, sanctify the people, and say, Sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, for, thus says Yahweh Elohai of Yashar, there is an accursed thing in the midst of you, O Yashar. You cannot stand before your enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. In the morning therefore ye shall be brought according to your tribes. And it shall be that the tribe which Yahweh takes shall come according to the families thereof. And the family which Yahweh shall take shall come by households, and the household which Yahweh shall take shall come man by man. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, he and all that he has, because he has transgressed the covenant of Yahweh, and because he has wrought folly in Yashar. So Yahusha rose up early in the morning, and brought Yashar by their tribes. And the tribe of Yehudah was taken, and he brought the family of Yehudah. And he took the family of the Zarchim, and he brought the family of the Zarchim man by man. And Zavdi was taken, and he brought his household man by man. And Achan the son of Carmi, the son of Zavdi, the son of Zerach, of the tribe of Yehudah, was taken. And Yahusha said unto Achan, My son, give, I pray you, glory to Yahweh Elohai of Yashar, and make confession unto him. And tell me now what you have done, hide it not from me. And Achan answered Yahusha, and said, Indeed, I have sinned against Yahweh Elohai of Yashar, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils a goodly garment of Shinar, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them, and took them. And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. So Yahusha sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent. And behold, it was hidden in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Yahusha, and unto all the children of Yashar, and them out before Yahweh. And Yahusha and all Yashar with him took Achan the son of Zerach, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Yahusha said, Why have you troubled us? Yahweh shall trouble you this day. And all Yashar stoned him with stones, and burned them with fire, after they had stoned them with stones. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So Yahweh turned from the fierceness of his anger. Wherefore the name of that place was called Emek Achor unto this day.